I really love the mixtape. The reviews so far are absolutely amazing. And also, it's a project I would love to hear in the clubs. The production is very impressive. And at the same time, it's also a very emotional project.
Mm.
Headie, what do you think you've learned from working with Fred?
I've learned to explore and push the boundaries. And yeah, don't stay in a box. Don't let no one put you in a box. Definitely, that's what it's taught me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Fred. I think that's a very important lesson to learn in life.
Was it hard for him to get him out of his comfort zone, Fred? To get Headie out of his comfort zone? Or was it pretty easy?
This is what was so fun about it, is that there was no sort of having to like push. We just did, and the thing that made it, I think, push things is the fact that we weren't overthinking. But Heads is fearless, and so that's why it's so fun to do this shit, because I know that we'll do, you know, in the same way that we'll make bangers that are more like hip hop or whatever for Heads. We'll also, I know we'll do some stuff down the road that's 10 times more left than this or whatever, and it will feel the same to us as we're making it, because why wouldn't it?
Right. There are also a lot of amazing features on the album, such as Sampha, Jamie XX, Slow Tie, and FKA Twigs. And I know, Headie, that your collaboration with FKA Twigs is one of your favorites. Why that one?
I like the emotion in the song. I like the singing and the build up in the song as well, and also the production as well. I think it's sick, and the way it just builds up and it ends nicely. I just like everything as a collective about that song.
Yeah, I wanna touch a little bit on the emotional part, because FKA Twigs, she sings "Don't judge me, take care of me," and I honestly felt like judgment, but also friendship and loyalty seems like a very reoccurring like theme on the project. And I was just wondering, is that something that you've been struggling with, Headie, the past couple years, like when it comes to loyalty and judgment by others?
Yeah, probably longer than the past couple of years. Obviously,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely, man. Well, it's a journey, innit?
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the come up and that. So we just try to keep on a straight line and not get distracted by all of these weird stuff that people can bring, weird energies and that.
Do you feel like it's easier for you now to deal with judgment, and what made it easier for you to deal with it now?
I wouldn't say it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more. I just have more of an understanding for it and how things work.
Right.
And how some people work. I know not everyone's the same, and it's just how life goes, really. And it's more like coming to terms with it and trying to get used to getting the positive side out of things. You get what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
rather than sticking towards the negative stuff.
Is there maybe a particular person, or maybe more people, that have really carried you through this difficult period that you've been through?
I think music is the main fact. Is the main thing, actually, because that's what made me see different stuff in life and learn to appreciate progression and to want to progress more. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what's most important to me as an individual, progression.
The electronic music pioneer Brian Eno also worked on this album, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Fred, but he is a mentor of yours, right? Like, how did the two of you meet?
We met years ago. I mean, he's been my sort of Gandalf since I was like 16 or so.
Yeah.
Heads and Brian haven't actually met yet. I mean, Brian helps me with everything that I do, really. So like anything I work on, he has helped in some way, really, because I just, you know, he plays that role in my life. But he has like a singing group that we do every Tuesday that will be like, it's like his neighbours and then like fucking Paul McCartney or like Annie Lennox and stuff.
Yeah.
And we just sing like gospel songs. And I went along when I was like 16. And since then he's just been like a real guy, yeah.
Yeah. He really, and how did he help with the mixtape when it comes to the production?
On this, he helps more holistically on this.
Right.
There is a remix that Brian's done that's going to come out, but I think apart from that, it was more just like I was playing and stuff, and he would say more general things. On some of my music, that I was making around a similar time, we've worked much more closely together. But yeah, it was more like the sort of stand back wizard for me, as he always is on this.
Right. And also, the mixtape is called Gang, a word that carries a lot of weight. And I know that it's a word that the two of you really wanted to redefine with this project. Why?
I feel like the word gang has a lot of negative, lot of negative around it. And I feel like that the project kind of gives like a different interpretation, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
On that word, and especially the song as well.
What does the gang mean for you, Fred?
I think sometimes people put, as Headie said, like loads of baggage on it, when really more times it just means loyalty, or like a sense of brotherhood. It's just a version of that people have. It's very easy for it to get, as you said, so much baggage,
right.
And often not fairly.
Yeah. And speaking of words carrying a lot of weight, the same goes for drill music. And even here in like the Netherlands, where drill music is getting more popular, we're having like the same discussions you guys have in the UK. And Headie tweeted 2 weeks ago, you were going to quit and stop making it for a while. And I was just wondering why.
I was joking.
You were joking.
Yeah,
what was the response from the scene when you tweeted that?
They was very upset with me, and I liked that.
They were upset at you?
No, yeah, that was upsetting me. I feel like there was, because the music that I released with Fred was different, and it was me experimenting. A lot of people was slower to take to it, and obviously, like I expected, trying to keep me in this box that I hate to be in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought because of that behavior there, I'll just make sure I don't stay in that particular box by not doing drill, or saying I'm not doing drill.
I'm happy you touched on that, because that was something I was wondering, because please correct me if I'm wrong, but the positive feedback to this mixtape felt kind of like bittersweet to me, because before, like you just said, when you were making drill music, people didn't seem to want to acknowledge your talent and how good you are at what you do. And now with you, like, I don't know, going away a little bit from drill music and trying out a different sound, people are like raving about it. And I was really wondering, like, how does that make you feel?
It doesn't make me feel upset like that. As I kind of expected it. You know, people ain't really used to change. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm open-minded to all sorts of things. I think a bit different to other people. I think.
So we're gonna hear more sides of Headie.
You're gonna hear everything. Whatever comes to mind, I'll do it.
All right, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for your time. I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much.
Likewise, appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a nice day and stay safe.
You too.
Bye.